Hi, I'm Mr. Sternreign, and this is my review and preview for the Green Bay Packers this past week. Against Carolina, things were going fine. We were moving the ball and playing good old Green Bay Packer football. Then, an allegedly remorseful headhunting jackass knocks our best receiver out of the game. Carolina, they aren't a bad team, but we frankly needed Devontae Adams. He ended up being the straw that broke the camel's back. It's unfortunately. We suffered numerous injuries this year due to Mark Lovat's inept conditioning. Despite all of them, we finally got back Rodgers and we're on our way to victory. But if it weren't for Mark Lovat's inept conditioning, we would have survived Carolina, or it might not have even mattered, and won a few more games. This offseason, Mike McCarthy, Ted Thompson, and Mark Murphy should definitely consider replacing Mark Lovat. Here are 24 reasons why. David Bakhtiari, starting left tackle. Kentrell Bryce, starting nitro safety. Ahmad Brooks, key rotational linebacker. Brian Bulaga, starting right tackle. Mike Daniels, starting defensive lineman. Jason Spriggs, at the time, starting tackle. Randall Cobb in week 3, one of our best receivers. Devon House, starting corner. Nick Perry, starting outside linebacker. Jake Ryan, starting middle linebacker. Ty Montgomery, starting running back. Quentin Rollins, starting corner. Joe Thomas, rotational linebacker and key special teams guy. Jamal Williams, starting running back. Morgan Burnett, starting safety and honestly our best defensive player. Kevin King, starting corner. Lane Taylor, starting guard. Quentin Dial, rotational D-line. That slandering dirtbag, an overpaid tight end. Aaron Jones, starting running back. Kenny Clark, starting D-line. Clay Matthews, starting outside linebacker. Kyle Murphy, at the time, starting tackles. Aaron Rodgers, the greatest quarterback of all time. That's 11 offensive players and 13 defensive players missing at least one game due to injury by week 15. That is not excusable. How are we supposed to play against teams with our second, third, and fourth string guys? I said we'd go 12-4 without Rodgers if we didn't sustain a serious amount of injuries. What the heck do you call 13 defensive players and 11 offensive players missing at least one game due to injury, with numerous others missing practice? Also, against Carolina, I know they are one of the best run defenses in the league, but we need to at least run the ball a little more. Aaron was clearly not 100%, but Williams and Jones showed some success against good teams like Pittsburgh and New Orleans. We actually showed exceptional success against New Orleans. That being said, it's extremely difficult not to put the ball in Rodgers' hands. Offseason stuff to pay attention to the next two games. These next two games, Clay Matthews and HaHa Clinton Dix, as well as several others, are playing for their paychecks. Clay Matthews is due to make $11.4 million next year, and HaHa is due to make more than $5.5 million. And both can be cut for no dead money, meaning if we cut both of them, we'd save about $17 million. Clay, in all honesty, has not been worth $11.4 million this year. I mean, I like him. He's played well before, and I get that he's been injured, but we need pass rushers, and even when he's been healthy, I haven't seen him rush the passer. Against Minnesota, we will be hard-pressed to win. There's no doubt about that, but we will honestly win even in defeat. If we defeat Minnesota, we spoil their chances of the number 1 overall seed and perhaps deal a critical blow to their first-round bye aspirations. But if we lose, we do get better draft position. At this point in the season, given everything, Mark Lovat, I am okay with either result. And you know what? These next two games, you get to see young men play for their jobs. And you know what? Don Capers, who I've defended quite a bit, he's even playing for his job in a way. Against Minnesota, I will predict that we will win 27-24 behind Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. Maybe even a Demarius Randall pick six will be in there. I base this on this game being at Lambeau and Green Bay being motivated to spoil the team that primarily wrecked our season along with Mark Lovat. Regardless of how things go, though, we need to replace Mark Lovat and get a damn pass rusher. My next video will examine the Minnesota result and reflect on what players need to do, what to stay on the team. My next video will review the Minnesota result and what players did what and whether or not I think some players need to be cut or whether or not they have a chance against Detroit. The video after that will examine things more closely in the offseason. Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy.